There are three propositions that are on the November ballot, and lots of people are talking about them.
That is right. Joining us today is Superintendent of Public Instruction, Tom Luna. Thank you so much for coming in today. I think there's a lot of confusion about what exactly these entail. There's a lot of ads out there.
Yeah.
Can you first describe Props 1, 2, and 3, kind of the basis of each of those?
You bet. Prop 1 focuses on local control and parental input. And through Prop 1, we were basically making sure that school boards, the elected school board, has the authority and the ability to manage the affairs of the local district. That didn't exist before. Prop 1 guarantees that parents have input on teacher evaluations, and it also guarantees that at least a portion of a teacher's evaluation is tied to student achievement. Prop 2 focuses on the way we compensate teachers. You know, we had a system where the only way a teacher was paid was based on how many years they've taught and the amount of education they have. That meant if I'm the best teacher in my district and I've taught 8 years and have a master's degree, I get paid the same amount as the most struggling teacher in my district that has taught 8 years and has a master's degree. We just don't think that's good for children. It's not fair for teachers. And so we leave that in place. Teachers are still paid based on how many years they've taught and the amount of education they have. But now on top of that, teachers have the ability to earn a bonus. And you know, kind of a thank you for going the extra mile. We've lived with this pay-for-performance plan for a year. 8 out of 10 teachers have earned a bonus, and the bonus is going to be over $2,000, so it's worked. We want to keep that in place. And then Proposition 3, that's about bringing all of our schools into the 21st century. Not some of them, not some classrooms, not some students, but every classroom into the 21st century. The proper implementation of technology means that no matter where a child lives, no matter where a teacher teaches, they all have equal access and opportunity. That just didn't exist in Idaho for one reason, and one big reason was just geography.
So regardless if they're a rich district or a poor district, it wouldn't matter.
Or whether they're a larger district like you find in Pocatello or other larger areas, population areas of Idaho, but in some rural districts, you know, those students had no access, even if they had the desire to take foreign language, they had the desire to take advanced math classes, they didn't have access to faculty to teach them those courses. Now, with the proper implementation of technology, students in their high school not only have the ability to be taught by the great teachers in their school, but they have access to every other high school teacher across the state, because they can access those teachers through distance learning, and it's just a great opportunity for all students.
So these have already been passed into law, and the propositions are more to repeal them. Have you mentioned just a little bit about the pay for performance. Have you seen the other laws kick in, and what have been their results so far?
Well, one of the benefits of Proposition 3 is that every high school student now has the ability to earn up to 36 college credits before they graduate from high school, and it's paid for by the state. You know, that goes away if these laws are overturned. But because of that, we're in the second school year. We have students all across Idaho that are in high school, they're taking college credits, it's paid for by the state, and you'll see many, many students graduating with their freshman year of college paid for. And so we are seeing things like that. We're seeing the technology that's being implemented. You know, one of the things through the technology is we want our high schools to have a 1-to-1 ratio of teacher or of student to laptop, if you will. And real quick, 85% of our schools just stepped forward and said they want to be first. So they're embracing the technology, they're embracing the reforms and efforts that have gone forward.
Really quickly, one of the criticisms we heard is that there's not enough money to pay for all of that. How would you respond to that?
Well, what we're doing, the legislature has appropriated increased funding for these programs. They did it last year. It's in the budget for next year. And then we have to be willing to spend some of the money that we have differently. We're no longer paying $18,000 retirement bonuses. That was costing us $5 million a year. We're spending that money on technology for students, and we're paying for the students to be able to take the college credits. So there's a number of things that we had to be willing to look at and say, if we have a limited amount of money, are we willing to spend just some of it differently in order to create more opportunities for students, and that's how we fund this. It's that plus new money going forward appropriated by the legislature. Nobody's property taxes are going up because of these plans.
And I think that's the fear that most people are
and you know, and the fact is, Governor Otter and the House of Representatives and the conservative members, they would have never voted for this bill if it meant increased property taxes. And so just so people know, nobody's property taxes are going up now or in the future to fund this.
Superintendent Luna, thank you so much for joining us. Lots of people are talking. We'll see you back here tomorrow.